Hi everyone, today we'll be explaining what Mockbase Neo is, and what it was developed for. In the data services industry, dozens of different software stacks have been utilized to create specific data service architectures. As a result, systems for collecting, storing, extracting, and servicing large amounts of data become very large, time-consuming, and expensive. This architecture is regardless of the data quality that developers need to focus on. There are a lot more other things that need to be done to make the service itself work. In other words, there's more work around collecting data and converting, transporting, integrating, and maintaining various data than there is for the data itself. For example, to provide the MQTT protocol, you need to add more servers, provide the protocol, and develop modules to work with data stores. That's why Mockbase Neo has integrated most of the solutions for data processing into a single time series database server. The goal of Mockbase Neo, after all, is to create an environment that allows developers to focus on the core tasks they need to do, while the work around them is automated or as unnecessary as possible. In the following chart, you can see the tasks that a development team needs to perform, starting with the collection of specific data and ending with the final service. To complete these services, there are at least 8 steps in the deployment process. The actual deployment process will require many more detailed steps. This is the most typical architecture of a big data service platform to build the services mentioned earlier. At a glance, it's a collection of almost a dozen or more open source components, and it has the structural weakness of being unusable if any one component fails. In practice, it is very, very rare for a service built like this to successfully and seamlessly serve customers. This picture is literally an idealized architecture, but in the real world, it causes prohibitive deployment costs, time, and maintenance. Let's take a closer look at what causes the problem. First, you have to consider protocols and security for collecting the various data. Then, the data needs to be reliably delivered to storage, and performance needs to be guaranteed in the process. On the service side, you need to quickly convert and deliver data from storage to the various formats that users want. Not only should the service not slow down as the number of data or sensors increases, but it should also continue to evolve without impacting the existing service. To make matters worse, when certain errors or failures occur in the service, it's very difficult to determine the cause. It's a limitation of the architecture that forces you to go through dozens and dozens of steps for a service. And it creates an endless stream of increasingly laborious and difficult service maintenance tasks. That's why Mockbase Neo was developed to solve the complex problems we pointed out in the previous chapter. The simpler the architecture of a particular service, the better the quality, performance, and maintainability of the service. The picture shows a redrawing of the complex architecture previously shown, with Mockbase Neo as the core. In the data collection and transformation function, it can be input in various protocols supported by Mockbase. Through TQL, complex and inconvenient data formats can be instantly transformed into the structure the database requires. In addition, the hundreds of billions of pieces of data maintained by the database can be served to users in real time in a variety of protocols. It can be converted and delivered in real time via TQL to the specific format the user wants. This means that the process of collecting, converting, storing, extracting, and reconverting user data is designed to be extremely robust and reliable. This is an innovative and differentiating value that only Mockbase Neo can deliver. In the end, to ensure the convenience of the architecture mentioned earlier, Mockbase Neo currently offers dozens of great features. We can assure you that these features, if fully utilized, can save developers over 90% of the time and money they would have had to spend in the past. If you'd like to check them out, there are plenty of tutorials and worksheets built into the Mockbase Neo package. In this article, we've explained why Mockbase Neo was developed and what value it provides. If you'd like to know more, or if you'd like to test it out for yourself, you can contact us at the address listed here. We hope you find Mockbase Neo to be a great solution to your problems, and that's all I have to say. Thank you for your attention.